You have reached a level of mental development. You are really mature, my friends. You know, I always heard, oh, when you become an adult, then you'll see, then you'll become wise, then you'll get it. Only to find out when I became an adult, I felt like I became more reckless. You heard? Maturity had nothing to do with me becoming an adult. So I want to give you some signs today that you are reaching a level, or you have reached a level of mental development, and you are really, really mature, my friends. Okay, because it doesn't mean that you have to be an adult to become mature. Just take a look around. That's all I'm going to say. Before I jump right into it, I want to say I always know and believe that great things are headed your way, my friends. All you got to do is believe it. And then open up to receiving and say, thank you, Most High God, the universe, in advance. I appreciate you. It's already done, baby. And remember, belief is the most powerful force on the planet. I got some signs for you lovely souls who clicked up on this video today that you have reached a level of mental development. You are really mature. Okay, so next time they tell you acting like a little kid, say, because I choose to be a kid right now because I have choices. Okay, see, we be running around here. When we heal our inner child, we allow that inner child to bring up that childlike spirit within us. And sometimes people be like, you need to act your age, you know, or you need to be mature, because they have no idea what maturity really means. That inner child that's happy and playful, that's what keeps you going. That's what keeps you living longer, my friends, okay? That's how I feel about it. But I want to give you some signs that you are mature, y'all, because I know people always stare at me a lot. That's why I just said that people stare at me a lot, and I can feel that, like, tripping out, because I'm always sitting with kids, and I am, like, you know, energized like these kids, if not even more. But the whole time I'm over there really being myself, and these kids really be tripping out on me because I don't seem like an adult to them, but they give me respect and they know that I'm an adult. But it feels like me being myself sitting around with kids makes them feel like, hey, I can be myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what be happening though. So, but other adults, they feel like, I'm just going to be an adult over here and let you just do whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? And I let them do what they want to do, but I'm going to do me. You feel me? This childlike feeling keeps me thriving, yeah? So number one, I want to tell you like this, my friends. Small talks no longer excite you, see, but they be mature though. They be mature, but all they be doing is talking about a whole lot of nothing, which is definitely their choice. But for me, I used to always talk about a whole lot of nothing. I used to always be in small talks. I couldn't even go to the store without having about 10 small talks. I kid you not, in this small town I live in. So I always was with the small talks. But one day I grew to like not wanting to do that anymore. And it didn't feel right. It didn't sit right with me. And I felt like I was doing something wrong. Like when I started having awakenings, certain things made me question it because it didn't feel right. But all along, what didn't feel right was right. And what felt right was wrong. So it's because I was so used to, you know, engaging in small talks all the time that I didn't know how not to. And I just started taking myself away from doing it because I realized I be saying a whole lot of nothing and things that don't make sense, and I become drained. So you may notice that you're not really interested in small talks anymore. Just like talking about a whole bunch of nothing, a lot of meaningless conversations may not just interest you anymore. Hey, let them do it if they want to do it. That's absolutely fine, and you're okay with that. But you just feel like, you know, you ain't trying to waste no time on no small talk or no energy. You heard? Let's just get straight to it. They don't excite you no more, okay? You got new things that excite you. You heard? And number two, you're probably sleeping better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sleeping better now, but what I want to add to that, with you sleeping better, is like, you remember whenever you used to couldn't wait till it's Friday night? Because you was ready to go out, tired or not, you was going out. I remember I used to be ready to go out because I worked all week. I was ready to hit up the club, ready to get dressed. I was tired, feeling drained, bags under my eyes, not really feeling up to it, needing to drink alcohol to get in the feeling of it, to connect with other people, and to actually wake me up. I never was like, I would think sleep was like a waste of time, so I didn't want to do it, especially on a Friday night, because I'm saying Friday night, because Friday nights was when it was popping for me. I ain't really care too much about going out on Saturdays, but Fridays, for some reason, I've been hyped, and I still love Fridays. I just don't go out. I do my own thing now on Fridays, so now you're starting to realize, like, hey, you know, I'd rather get my sleep on. I'd rather rest. I don't care if it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't care what day of the week it is. Sleep is better for me, because you are choosing that self-care, baby, so you are now realizing realizing that sleep is better than going out on Friday nights. You heard? And it really is. Okay. So because you are starting to mature. And that's why I said maturity has nothing to do with being an adult. Just listen to what I'm saying today. Okay. The next one I say is you start to forgive more. You're no longer seeking revenge, seeking to retaliate, seeking to bring somebody down to a level where they brought you down, to make them feel the pain that you feel, to hold on to grudges. No more, because it's too tiring, draining, and a waste of space and energy. So now you're starting to forgive more because it's so much easier. It feels so much better. And forgiveness is a gift that you give yourself. Another sign that you are that you have reached a level of mental development, you are really mature, okay, is that you respect the differences of others. And what I mean by that is, like, for me, like, if people didn't, like, if we had differences, like, it was a problem. It's like, man, it's going to be a back and forth all day. But, like, I understand that we're all unique, and I understand that people see things one way, and I might see things another way, but I don't have to, like, fight to be right and make it look like my way is the right way, your way, highway, get it going. It ain't working. My stuff right. You don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about because I used to be that way. But I respect people's differences, and I respect other people's beliefs and where they are. Whatever they believe, they believe. Whatever level they're on. Whatever they choose to do with their life, that's them. I respect that they choose to do all these things I'm mentioning in this video today. And that's okay. But I'm talking to those of you who have reached a level of mental development. We ain't better than nobody. We just choose to do different things within our life that is changing us for the better. You feel me? So you really mature. You really mature, and you respect the differences of others. You notice there's positive and negative in everything. You can always find the good and stuff. And you're probably one of those people who always find the positive in a situation. You know what I'm saying? The peacemaker. You're always looking for the solution and not the problem. You know, because the problem, we go looking for the problem, and we go try to help somebody with a problem, then we're going to have a bigger problem, and somebody else going to try to come in with another problem. They're going to add problem, more fuel to the fire. So it's like you always looking for the solution, you know, and you respect the differences from others, and you respect other people's beliefs and what they choose. You're not here to change nobody else's belief. You just be focused on you and moving in your direction. That's real talk. Another thing I want to say is you become more open-minded, attached to nothing, but you're open-minded and learning as well. This has something to do with, like, if somebody has a different belief than you, but you listening to them and they saying some real ass shit that resonate to you or confirm something that's going on in your life, or you just feel like, hey, this is some good ass knowledge. You feel me? Then you're not going to judge them for that because they got this certain belief. You're not worried about none of that. You just taking the knowledge that they got, the information that they're giving you. And I used to really hold this thing down. Like, if you didn't believe what I believed, then I ain't mess with you. If you didn't believe what I believed, then I ain't mess with you at all. And I started realizing that was, I don't know, I just felt like it wasn't right. So then I just started, even if we didn't have the same beliefs, I still learn from these people. Really, honestly, you learn a lot more from these people. I'm not saying you can't learn the same amount from other people. I'm just saying, like, you just become like this. Like, you become more open-minded to lots of things in life. Like, you might have been more closed-minded before and closed in your area and not open to anything else. But now you realize you become more open-minded because closed in kept you in a box. And it also kept you not knowing a lot of what was really going on around you. So now you become more open-minded. And again, listen to what I'm saying. Attached to nothing. You feel me? Not attached to nothing, but you be open-minded. Another thing I want to say is that you don't force love anymore. You don't force nobody to love you. You don't force nobody to kick it with you. None of that. You're not forcing yourself onto people to be with you or none of that no more. You ain't forcing no more. You just making sure you love yourself more. Like, you love yourself as much as you would love anybody else, if not more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say more. The how you love yourself, that's how you love others. Like, that's how I kind of feel. It's just like, I love myself so much, and I love everyone in this world the same. Actually, to be honest, it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what level you on. I love all souls on this planet, real talk. And and I love the darkness as well, because there's beauty in the darkness. That's just something that we all have to learn and grow. So at the end of the day, you no longer are forcing your love on others, but you are making a point to love yourself, because in the past you used to love everybody else but yourself. You put everybody else on a pedestal. You put everybody else above you, and you catered to everybody else. But you said, no, I'm turning this around, and I'm gonna cater to me, and I'm gonna love me. And you did that, and you are doing that, and you're no longer forcing no one to love you, no matter what the labels are. Okay? And you do not judge easily anymore. Judgment was very easy, because I thought it felt natural to us to just judge people. And sometimes even when you start to work on yourself, that's why self improvement is key to life. Working on yourself all the time, continuously improving yourself. But judgment, I noticed, came very naturally to where I had to actually catch myself doing it. And most of the time when we judge somebody, it's because of something that's connected to us. So let's say if you drop some weight, but you see a lot of people gaining weight and you point out their weight, it's probably some type of insecurities there. Because you changed, something like that. Or since I'm a vegan and I just be like, I don't know why they eat meat, and all that stuff, and I start to judge those people because they're eating meat and I don't. It's like, I don't know. It makes me feel like it can easily make you feel, I don't know what it does, but those things are easy to judge when you change. When you start to change things within yourself, you can't expect everybody to change those things, because everybody unique and everybody different, and everybody don't have to do the same things that you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing to say is you start to not judge easily no more, because judgment is you could be judging somebody who finna change your life, help you change your life, guide you to change your life, who finna lead you to riches, wealth, who finna do something amazing shit in your life, and you judge them. You ever realize that? Have you ever judged somebody or read somebody wrong? You judge somebody because of maybe something they had on, and later they was the nicest person you met. I know I've done that. I looked at somebody, I looked at them just because of whatever facial expression that they had on their face, I'm thinking, no. I wasn't feeling it, tapping into it, I was just like, and I judged them, and I ended up walking by them, and they were very, very kind people. They were not what my mind was saying to me at that time. You know what I'm saying? So you don't judge easily anymore. You are making sure that you're not judging people, because judging other people is just judging ourselves. That's the best way to say that. You understand that everything doesn't require opinion anymore. See, this is when you see what I'm saying? You reach a level of mental development when you become very mature, when you start to become aware of these things and notice these things. Okay. So you understand that everything doesn't require an opinion. I thought you always had to have an opinion to everything. That's another reason why I don't even engaging in small talk. Is too much blocking, watching out for negativity, watching out what people gonna say. It's just too much energy. But also giving out opinions, thinking everything requires opinion, comes from a place of trying to look smart. And that's what I think that I used to do all the time. I always try to make it look like I was smart and I knew more than other people. So I was always trying to give my opinion for everything just to make myself look smart, because I didn't feel smart. So you are now understanding that everything doesn't even require an opinion. It's okay. Silence is powerful. Sometimes you just there to be the listener. Sometimes you don't even got to say nothing. You just listen to the people. And sometimes you don't know when and what to say and how to say it. And that's something that was a big challenge for me, because being an extrovert, a people person, I had to learn this. So you now are becoming mature whenever you learn this. And it feels very uncomfortable when you don't say nothing, and the other person who may not be aware of this, they're working on their maturity or whatever, they might think, why aren't you saying anything? They're looking for a response, because most people are always giving an opinion. And it feels very uncomfortable doing this in the beginning. But if you clicked on this video, you're working on this, and you're already done this, because you realize that everything doesn't require an opinion. And I like to give you guys different examples so they can be helpful as much as possible, okay? Because that's what helps me. You give before you receive. You're not sitting around waiting on a handout. You just give things naturally from following your intuition, not giving like we've done in the past, many of us. So it's just in a place you give before you receive. It's you give and then things come to you, you receive it. Another thing is a reason why that's important, because many people who maybe, working on their maturity or not have matured yet, they may feel like that you got to give me something before I give you something. You know what I'm saying? You give me that first, then I give you this. You know what I'm saying? Type stuff. But you just come from a place where you give because it's natural to you. You feel guided to you. It feels right, and you give, and then things come back to you. That's the best way to say that. That's what happens when you start to mature. You create what you want, and you don't go out and seek it. And I want to break that down for you guys, because you are a co-creator. You create what you want, even if it's not here. I want to tell you this. I knew what I wanted. When I was on my awakening, it came to a point in my life. I'm like, what do I want to do? What did I came here to do? I know I'm here to help people, but how do I want to help people? And I did not know that there was any type of schooling or anything anywhere near what I was feeling, because I didn't even see it. I didn't find it. It didn't come to me at the time or nothing. But I knew what I wanted. I journaled and I wrote it down and I said, I'm going to get this. This is mine. This is mine. This is what I want. I want this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And I wrote down everything I desired and what I wanted. And you know what? It took about 2 years, but 2 years later, it came exactly to me the way that I wanted it. And I cried. And I cried because I could not believe my eyes that I was seeing exactly what I wrote down in my reality. And so happens that was a certain schooling out there, spiritual school, that was there to meet every desire and want that I wanted, the things that how I wanted to create things. So anytime you here to create the way, it's very uncomfortable being a leader who creates and paves a new way, because we're so used to others, helping us, because we work very good in teams. So we're so used to just, working together as a team, or having someone else help us, or having someone else show us, that when it's time to step up and be that leader that you always were, you become very, very nervous. So like, you can sit there and wait your whole life trying to seek something and never even find it, because of everything that you seek. It's not there. So you can create it, write it down on paper, however it is you want, and you're going to be guided to that path. That's real talk. Message to many of you souls out there who are sitting back wondering, like, what is my purpose? What is my mission? What did I came here to do? What do I want to do with my life? How do I want to be? How do I want to show up? Whatever it is you want, you could create it. And that's real talk. You don't have to go out and seek it, because you might never find it. Another thing is, you indulge more into reading. I've always liked reading as a kid, but I started to indulge more into reading more than TV. My choice, because I don't know, I just felt gravitated more toward that. I like the way I feel. I like how it excites my imagination. I like what I learn, and I also pick books that I'm guided to read, because it gives me so much clarity. And so I don't know, the energy is just amazing. I just love it. So you probably notice yourself like, oh my gosh, I love to read, or maybe you always used to love to read, but you lost touch in it. So you're now indulging more into reading. You're someone who started to listen more and talk less, because when you are quiet and you listen, that's when you really hear. You ever met somebody, a lot of people who maybe not matured yet, where you talk and they're talking, you talk and they're talking, and it's like no understanding, and then later you say you're trying to help them with something, and they're talking, when you're talking, you try to help them, they're like, oh yeah, I got it. Then about 5 minutes later, they don't even know what they're doing or understand what's supposed to be done, because they were never listening. And that's part of maturity. So now you realize from experiences in your own life that you start to talk less and listen more. It's very powerful. Silence is powerful. It just seems uncomfortable because we were never taught it. You start to take responsibility. You take care of your responsibility, and you also take care of responsibility on your shit. Responsibility means the ability to respond. So you own your shit. If you did some shit, you take care of it. If you got to take care of some shit, you take care of it. You are at a point where you arguing less and explaining yourself less. And you're in a place where you discussing ideas and not always talking about people, okay? These are signs that you have reached a level of mental development, my friends. You are really mature. Look at you now. Now you are growing. It don't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with becoming an adult. None of that. It's all about learning, actually learning the lessons through life and growing, okay? I mean, maturity doesn't come with age, as they say, and wisdom. I'm sure you gain things as you become older and get a little wisdom from certain things as you become older, but this is not where it's just a fact or where you're not mature till you grown. There are kids who probably mature right now. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? So these are the signs you have reached a level of mental development. I think it's very powerful for people to see where they are on their path, and I love doing videos like this. So if this video resonated with you and you like this video, you mature soul. And if you aren't here with all these signs yet, baby, I bet you got 1 or 2 on here. At least if one, you're leading in that direction. So this is just confirmation on where you're heading, and this is just information and deep insight for you. I love you guys. So hit that like button if you like this video and if it resonated with you, so we can get this video out to my lovely souls like yourself, okay? I appreciate you, and thank you for sharing your valuable time here with me today. And I want to say your happiness no longer depends on other people, baby, because it comes from within. Straight up now. Your happiness ain't got nothing to do with how other people make you happy, baby. You found it from within because you're a mature soul. Share this video with anyone you want to share this video with. And if you're watching my videos, finding messages here, consider joining Pure Clarity Mindset family. On this channel, we getting our mind right, spreading awareness, love, and light. I love each and every one of you. Thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate you all. Real talk. And thank you for your realness, your love, your light, your kind words. You guys are Man, you guys are incredible. And that's real talk. I'm grateful for each and every one of you lovely souls and your very beautiful comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you for being here today, sharing your valuable time. And come back to see me, though. Miss Kelly Travel Spiritually checking out. Peace, love, and light to you. You mature soul. You really mature now. Just look back on who you used to be and the things you used to do, and look at you right now. Okay, I see you. Look at you. Check you out, though. Look in that mirror and hug and love yourself. Real talk. You deserve that. Come back to see me. Peace.